And I'll never forget what he told me. He said, nobody lives in the water on accident. So everybody who lives oceanfront on the water planned to be there. That was a goal. Anybody who's ever succeeded took their imperfect action. If they did it, you can get very far too. You know, it's funny, my dream has always been to live oceanfront in Laguna Beach. And I'll never forget it. I was in Laguna Beach one time walking on the water, and I saw this guy with his family, and I was just like, wow, like, my life is so chaotic. It would be so nice to have like this house oceanfront, nice wife, kids, like they're just like it's literally, I was watching like a postcard. And so I see the guy and he's smoking a cigar, and I ask him, I said, you know, sir, you know, if you don't mind me asking, you know, what does it take to live here, you know? And I'll never forget what he told me. He said, nobody lives in the water on accident. He said, nobody lives on the water on accident. So everybody who lives oceanfront on the water planned to be there. That was a goal.
Yeah.
You know, that they didn't just end up Laguna Beach oceanfront. And I love that he said that, because it little things like that. You know, a lot of people could fantasize about stuff, but if you hold something congruently in your mind long enough and you take enough imperfect action, anybody who's ever succeeded took their imperfect action. If they did it, you can get very far too.
I like how you're saying imperfect.
That's the whole game. That's the whole game.
Because we're always trying to go for perfection. And if we don't reach it, if we don't go for it, then it's many times, if we're not in a position of perfection, we don't end up achieving that goal or even trying it.
Everyone romanticizes. We get in our own way the most. I think everyone, myself included, I think a lot of us romanticize the things we want, and we make it so romantic that we can't get it. And I think we do this with partners. I think we do this in business. I think, you know how it is. Like the biggest deals are the ones like when business is flourishing and you don't even need the deal.
Yep, when you're like chill about it.
Yeah, like, well, we have this 50K option, this 100K option. And you're like, oh, let's just
we'll take the 100K. Yeah, you're like, oh, okay,
it's cheaper long term. We could write it off. But when you're, you know, when you're dealing with like high level pressure and high level stuff, those clients aren't there, you know. And sometimes people get in trouble because they take business that they shouldn't be taking, you know. So things like that, I think, matter too.
No, it's you have to come from a place of abundance, 100%.
Yeah.
You know, we would even like, I'll tell you, we would go out, we would buy like on Amazon those fake $100 bills. We literally have videos of me in this.
Dude, I had a money counter.
Yeah, we had like, I think we bought like $500,000, like $100,000 or something like that. What was it? I don't know. Yeah, it was like $40 off Amazon, right? And then we would throw it around in the room. Bro, we had, I think at the time, I was broke as schmack. Like I didn't even know how I was gonna pay my next meal. You know, but I was like sitting there like throwing things this left and right. And then like, I remember when I like closed my first deal, we rented out the Lambo and the Ferrari. I think the deal was like $5,000. And I spent like, I think $3,000 in those 2 days on just the car.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't care what I'm gonna do, however the heck I'm gonna get here, I'm gonna get here. Like this is like too good to be true, you know?
Because you're paying to tap into the energy, not the individual activity. You're not paying for the rental for 12 hours. You're paying for the association of knowing what the leather smells like, right? Before I got my S-Class, I went to the dealership probably like 30 times, dude. And then I ended up getting the exact one to the T I wanted, fully spec'd out exactly how I wanted. And the last one in the country, actually. So that was actually a funny story too. But yeah, dude, I walked in a million times. I test drove it. I smelled the leather. I looked at the numbers. Even though I had no clue, bro. The payments were like, it's like a $120,000 car. I have like $1,800 in my bank account, no viable prospects for sales. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna get, right? So like, when you have numbers in mind, you go, okay, I wanna live here, it's gonna cost this much. When you just get clear, okay, to live this life, I need to make like, okay, 15, 20,000 a month. Okay, if I wanna save an extra this, okay, what are viable options? I could do this, I could do this. So the willingness to like, have planned stamina, if you will, and like follow through and act on it, I think that's what most people lack.